just need one more. I just need one more. Hey, I just need one more. 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 You know, I'm picking up where I said, okay. Like the blunt, my nigga. Pass his beat to the left so I could press. Total my hits like I done wrecked. Who is next? Niggas is sleep like pillow pets. Getting foreign head from a bad bitch from Budapest. Call your bet, cause I'm just trying to get a quick check then. Man, we got the lights, we got the camera. It's all about that action. Y'all know what it is. It's your boy, Son of the Waves. This is What's the Wave, and I have a wonderful episode for y'all. Be sure to, like, share, subscribe, drop a comment below. This is your auntie favorite podcast, and she definitely gonna want to see this episode because I have a talented individual in the building. I have, I'm about to say, is it Scorpio the Dance Team, Scorpio the MC? But I'm about to say, what should I officially call you on camera? What do you want to be called? Yeah,
Scorpion the Dance Emcee.
Scorpion the Dance MC is right here in studio. How you doing this morning, my brother?
Man, I'm doing good, man. We here with one of the dopest podcasters in the Bay Area, man.
Much
What's
love,
the wave,
much
man?
love, bro. I appreciate
that. What the wave is today?
It's good. It's good. No, I'm excited, bro. Like you said, we were just talking before the podcast. We've been following each other for a minute, just showing love.
Hell yeah.
And then you reached out, and I was like, bro, hell yeah. Like, just as a Bay Area kid, I love turf dancing. You feel me? I remember growing up watching E Ninja and fucking retro and little shit like that. Like, that used to be my shit. Yeah, you feel me? So, I'm glad to be able to get you on the platform, pick your brain, and have you showcase still the light of the beautiful art form that is turf dancing. Like, I'll be talking to some youngins and I'll be like, bruh, I wish I could turf, and they be like, what? I'll be like, nigga, I wish I had footwork and could like that. That's the only thing I want though. I just want footwork. I just want to be able to glide my ass off. That's it. You already know. That's it, bro. But without further ado, let's get into it. Right now, we're at the end of January. So I do want to throw this out to you. Like I mentioned, I do a monthly podcast. January about being multi-talented. February about Black History. March, health is wealth. So January with being multi-talented, I'm gonna throw that at you. In what ways do you feel you're multi-talented? Because you're not just a dancer or anything like that. There's a lot of different sides to you that you showcase. So in what ways do you feel like you're a multi-talented person?
One of them you mentioned, I know I'm a turf dancer or a dancer as a whole. Yeah. We represent street dance culture. MC, I call myself a 2-element hip hopper.
Ooh, I like that.
Well, 3 if you want to say the wisdom, if you go by KRS-One. The fact that I'm a husband, you know what I mean? I'm a business owner. Yeah. Family man, mentor, community leader, supporter, friend. Multiple things, man. Like anybody else, man. Multifaceted.
Well, I'm about to say we're multidimensional as humans, so I'm glad that you take certain pride in those titles. Like, you feel me? A lot of people try to, like I said, we showcase certain sides of ourselves, on the internet and on the Instagram and shit like that. Yeah. But at the end of the day, exactly, you're a man, you're a husband, you could be a lot of things that a lot of people don't know. But like I said, community leader, that's big. So I'm glad you touched on that. I like that. But let's get into what you do as far as the main thing as turf dancing. One thing that's a big thing in our culture, Bay Area culture.
Yes,
that's
100%.
heavy. Like you said, street dancing, from turf fiends to everything. That stuff we grew up on.
Things, man.
I remember tapping into those videos and stuff like that just as a kid, even throughout high school and stuff. But I feel like it's a scene that is not as prevalent as a lot of other versions of dance. I mean, you got b-boy events like sponsored by Red Bull and shit like that, and it's just like, okay, but what about turfing? Feel me, stuff like that. So what was your introduction into dancing as far as like street dancing and turfing like that? Was it as a youngin'? Was it something you kind of got into being older? What was kind of your introduction into it?
Man, my introduction, probably like a lot of kids, man, I was watching Michael Jackson, man. I was a super big Michael Jackson fan. Yeah. And then, you had the Michael Jacksons, the Ushers, and then you had the era of You Got Served. Yeah, as definitely. A kid, that played, a big role. I know for me as a kid, and a lot of people in the community, like You Got Served, Breaking One, Breaking Two,
like Step Up and little stuff like that. Yes,
so it was like seeing those the old school movies or Crush Groove. I don't know, people hip to like Crush Groove with what was it? They had Curtis Blow in there. They had talking about the story Run DMC, Russell, right? Like this hip hop. Yeah. And I was a fan of that, getting into that, trying to moonwalk, trying to do everything Michael was doing, trying to imitate him, you know what I mean? And then as I got a little bit older, probably like around like 15, 16, Turfing was already out. Turfing was out before I was even, you know what I mean, doing what getting into it. You know, a lot of my OGs, but I just remember seeing it on the TV screen. I remember seeing it on 106 in Park. You know, seeing the originals on 106 in Park. When 106 in Park was around, some youngest, you know what I mean, y'all might not even know about 106 in Park and Free, and you know what I mean, you know what I'm saying. So seeing it there, or being at the barbershops and getting a haircut, I'm sitting on TV and I'm seeing it. And then also coming from the era of parties, you know, the garage parties. A lot of people like from our era, they used to be garage parties or lock-ins as a kid and stuff, where they'll lock you in from like 7, 8 o'clock to like 1 o'clock in the morning, 2 o'clock in the morning, stuff like that. So we used to have them little parties and stuff. So that was like culture. And then around 2007 is when I started to really get into it, where like the culture started to like be aware of who I was. I call it my rookie year.
Okay, I
so
like
2007 was my rookie year, and once I got into it and seeing all those G's, I fell in love. I fell in love with it,
man.
That's
hard.
I fell in love with it. Like seeing OG people like Skywalker, my OG, my mentor Zeus, a lot of the OGs, and seeing. I'm like, I thought I was wrong. I'm like, these motherfuckers is saucy. You know, I gotta get around this shit. So I started going to the battles. And at that time, it was at the Youth Uprising Center. So you got the Youth Uprising Center. Mick Marvel at the time was doing golden gigs. You had Turf Wars. So you had a lot of these different things. Now, you know, turf dancing started in Oakland. Started in West Oakland, to be specific.
Got you.
And so then after you know, West Oakland people was more swag, more bouncy. You know, just swagging with it, just bouncy. What you wanted to do, either the East Oakland cats, they was more smooth on their feet. They was smooth.
That's my shit right there.
All day, smooth.
Ooh, man,
and then North Oakland had a mixture of both of them, which I think were like the first hybrids. I call them like the first hybrids because they was a mixture of what the West was doing and what the East was doing. They was a combination of both. They had both. Then it started to spread out to the Bay Area. So I like to like explain turfing as like, before it became a national thing, it was a Bay Area thing.
Oh, for sure.
And before it was a Bay Area thing, it was a West Oakland thing. And then after it's an Oakland thing.
Then I got you.
And it continued to grow.
I like that. Now that you've been dancing and doing different forms of dancing, probably like more or less, like you say, you're not just a turf. Like you said, you're a dancer at heart. Do you feel more comfortable, or when you rehearse, do you step more still into just a freestyle lane, or do you have a lot of more choreographed kind of dances when you go? Because I didn't know like exactly some back in the day turfers practice like routines and just certain moves and certain things that they always have in their bag. So kind of what do you feel is kind of your lane or your process? You just like freestyling and feeling it and just reacting to the music, or you always like to make sure you got those couple things lined up?
I usually do both. Every dancer in ways do both. So like with choreography, it's more about 8 counts and everybody being in sync at one time. So like when you go watch like a Beyonce show or something, or
like
Usher, so you see all the Chris Browns, everybody is in sync, got to do the same moves, you know, at the same time. But freestyle do choreo too. Like you might hear turf dancers or dancers like, I'm about to go get in the lab. I'm about to go get in the lab. Like that's like our like you finna go lab, bro? Yeah, we finna go get in the lab. So if you got a battle coming, like if you battling, a lot of times, you know, you're making up sets. But when you battle, it's gonna come out more of in a free form instead of you having to look like
because that's what I'm saying. It's like it does look like it's prepared to a certain extent, but exactly it doesn't seem like it's choreographed when it's in the battle or when it's kind of in the street.
It come out more free.
Definitely.
But you lab like, okay, I'm gonna pull this out in the second round. You know,
because I know I got this one.
I got this one. I'm gonna shut it down with these 2 combos right here. Got you. But it come out in free form. It might not come out right off the back. It ain't like you gotta go like, all right, 5, 6, 7, 8.
Like I gotta glide to this part. Okay, that makes sense. I got you.
But both freestyle and choreography both have, you know, choreo rehearsal. The rehearsal stuff in it though.
Got you. Okay. From like you've seen a lot of transition from the times that you've been dancing, like you said, from 2007, your rookie year, to all the way till now. what do you feel right now is kind of the state of turf dancing, maybe in the Bay Area or nationally? Do you feel like it is in a good place? Do you feel like it's dying? Do you feel like it needs more light? Or is it like on the uprise and it's in kind of a more positive kind of swing right now? What do you feel like the state of turf dancing is at this moment, in your mind?
I think in my perspective, I think turfing's came a long way. I definitely love how turfing is starting to grow, especially the fact with the technology now that we can got content. Now we can put out content all the time.
Just the power of technology.
With the power of technology, like it was just pictures. So seeing it grow, I do think there's more room for improvement. I think we can market better, like to take the marketing to the higher levels. You know, make the awareness more, do more stuff on the business end, and kind of scale. And I think sometimes in ways we can get in our own way. Sometimes,
that's what any kind of art form for sure. I definitely feel
kind of get in our own ways and not necessarily sometimes look at the bigger picture of things.
Right.
And trying to see like, okay, we want to see this in the next 50 years, 60 years. Because no one person or one group or one team is bigger than a whole culture, a whole style. This stuff going to be here. We want it to be here.
It was here before us, and we want it to be after.
We want it to be here after we gone, and it's the next generations to go for many moons. So
definitely. I like that.
But I do definitely love what the youngest is doing. I love where it's growing. Turfing's still a baby, man.
It is.
It's still a baby.
I like that. And comparing it to other styles, what is just something about turfing that, other than maybe being from the Bay Area and stuff like that, that you appeal to? Because I mean, there's definitely other genres out there. You could have gotten the ballroom, you could have gotten the crumping, you could have gotten to a whole bunch of other stuff that we exposed to just as kids, like you said, through like the movies that we grew up watching and stuff like that. So what just compared to other styles, what do you feel like just made you gravitate towards turfing specifically?
The movements.
Okay.
Our movements. See, turfing I think has the appeal to anybody. Because we know how to do our stuff, but we also know how to emulate other stuff. We're that type of style. Like, what you just did was fire, but watch, I'm gonna do what you just did, and I'm gonna tweak it, and we gonna do it better than you. You know, that's like our type of energy. But it's the movements, the way that we move, and the appeal of it. And it's the discipline. Like, you know, turfing. You know, some people, when they see turfing, if you're not from the Bay, if you're from a different state at a point, some people might even see it as feminine. Because you see it's, you know, shaking and moving around, like, oh, that's something. But it's like, nah, we come from parties. We come from functions trying to impress the females.
Just
like,
feeling the music.
You're not dancing you're not finna be bone breaking and doing crazy combos on no females. You gonna be boogieing, man. Like, come on, you know what I mean?
That's real talk.
So that was like a thing to like, hey, it's not what y'all, not what y'all think, but it's the appeal and the movements of it, man. Our energy and our movements, I think, is like no other.
I think that's a great perspective, especially like bringing from an outsider looking in, because I come from a generation where the younger generation, or people like my coworkers who I work with, who are, like I said, I'm only 28, but they're 22, 23, 24, and they be like, bro, I don't even know when you say turfing, and I show them, they just like, oh, I just thought that's like dancing, like, you feel me? I'm just like, nah, but it's a specific type of thing, and it's hard to explain to somebody who's not familiar with it. So I do like that you brought the outside perspective in, because it could look like a lot of different things. Look like they salsa in, maybe some b-boy shit in there, the influence that we use and stuff. So I like that.
Man.
Okay, let's get into another area of your bag with the rapping. Like
before we do that,
come on.
While we speaking on turfing, man, I want to shout out all the dance teams right now, man.
Please let them know.
Crazy, man. Shout out to the turfings, like we talked about. Shout out to the bros. Shout out to BA, the best alive.
Come on.
The dance team I'm on, the one of the originals, the Animaniacs. Shout out to Heat, BTA, Unknown. Like, shout out to all the teams, the aspects, bro.
Keep putting on.
We gonna keep saluting, bro. The Turf Nation, we here, man.
I love that. No, I'm glad you took some time out to shout them out. It's very important that people get their recognition.
100%.
Yes sir. But back into you personally, like I said, you also claimed yourself as an MC.
Yes.
So where did you want to pick up the microphone? Was that before the dancing? Was that after the dancing? Did that just come along with it? And you just like, well, I'm always at parties and stuff, and now I'm dancing and stuff, but maybe I just want to be on that side of music. Where did that kind of start from?
The music started first.
What?
I started writing first. I was writing, making beats.
Got you.
You know what I mean? I was terrible at beats. You know what I'm saying?
At least you kept it real. At least you kept it real. Motherfuckers out here like they
like Pharrell and Timberland, man. It just didn't work out for your boy. You know what I'm saying?
He's like, the sounds, I'm gonna leave that to y'all.
Shit down,
he said, I can respond to him. I can't put them together.
For this shit, you know what I mean? But the music and writing, I was always writing in composition books, always writing in class. English was one of my favorite subjects in school. Was writing. You know how you got a favorite subject, you don't care about the other subjects.
All the ones.
I'm like, I always love to write, and the music was first, but the dancing took off first.
Got you.
So like, you know, I had like a little setup at home. I think at the time we was on Fruity Loops and like live garage band and stuff like that, like a little $50 mic.
Right.
But like I didn't know nothing about mixing and mastering and how like the science of it and how to like the quality do it.
Right.
And then learning like, you know, going to an actual studio stuff costing money and stuff. So I started putting that on the back burner. Yeah. The dancing started kicking off. Yeah. So it's like, a lot
more easy. You don't need equipment to dance.
You gotta go outside. You outside, you start meeting people. So that community of dancing, it started to build. Because I'm battling in Oakland, I'm battling in Sacramento, I'm battling in Vallejo, I'm battling in the city. I'm going everywhere battling. I'm meeting a bunch of different people. So the dancing started really kicking off. Yeah. So I started focusing more on the dancing. Right. Put the music on the backboard. Then probably like around like 2011, like around there, I started to go back to the music. Like, okay, I'm a little older now. Right. You know, I got a little bit more steady income now.
A little more experience.
A little bit more mature. Now I can spend the block back on my music. But I love them both as the same. I don't love one more than none of the other. I love them both the same.
Okay, because I definitely was gonna hit you with the question as well. Like, if you had to put one down, or if one, you feel me, if you had to choose up, which one would it be? Because I mean, clearly, like I said, the rap was the love, but it seemed like dancing has brought you so much and got you into so many doors and circles and stuff. So I hate to be that devil's advocate, but if you felt like you had to choose up, what lane would you feel like you would want to pursue more if it was just more beneficial to you?
If it was more beneficial, man. He put me on the spot.
I'm just curious, man. I got to.
Man, damn, man, this shit, because
you can plead the fifth. We'll let him plead the fifth. I get that one. I get that.
The only reason why I say that, because, you know, I don't like hip hop is more than just the music.
It's like you said, it's the culture.
It's a culture.
It's a culture.
You know, you got the elements, the graffiti, the DJing, the rapping.
Yeah, the dancing. There's so many elements.
The elements. So it's kind of. But if I will, I'm gonna answer it though.
Okay.
I don't like the people. I'm gonna answer it. I'm gonna say probably the music.
Okay.
It's off because it's my first love.
Right. And that's understandable. And that's understandable.
I'm still working to get to certain levels, so I'd probably say the music.
I feel you. Like, and then nothing wrong with that. Podcast is my love, but like I said, I never stopped writing. Or as a kid, I was rapping in middle school just for fun and shit. I don't want to be a rapper. I just, like I said, I love the art. I love bars. I love battle rap. I love hearing.
Oh, you want battle rap?
I did battle rap. I did a battle rap like a couple months ago. Me and my boy, shout out my boy MOF Day. Y'all go check out that episode. That was really cool. Girls Gone Wild hosted out here, so we did. And it was just one of those things to where, like I said, I'm not a rapper. I don't want to be known as one, but I love the art and I love showcasing that skill. Yeah. So that was just something I definitely wanted to show off. So that was really, really cool. But we gonna keep it moving as far as that. Let's get back into you being a brand owner, the Worldwide Dance Association. Like I said, we got the merch right here. My boy blessed me with a hat. You see the shirt as well.
Yes, sir.
Give me just how that's been head speared by yourself, and you just trying to take that over, what your mission is and what you want to accomplish with this organization.
Worldwide Dance Association started in 2014. So like before I even got into like all the owner stuff, it wasn't even really about the ownership at first. I grew into that over time, being in dancing, being in the community, learning things. It started to grow. So I have built the platform, kind of like how me and you was talking about, like with your podcast, like out of frustration, instead of being like complaining, like being the change that you want to see.
Yeah, exactly.
So I'm looking at certain stuff in our culture that I personally was like, I don't kind of like that. Like, why the OGs that's been here for over 20 years or 15, 20 plus years and they don't got no awards?
Right.
Why we ain't getting no medals? Why it ain't nothing? Why the dancers not getting paid? Why the recognition? Yeah. I'm frustrated. So I'm like, I ain't like that. So I'm like, okay, I'm going to create a platform, and Worldwide Dance Association is my third startup.
Gotcha.
Like prior, I had UDL. I was throwing them in Treasure Island, Universal Dance League, and then I was throwing them in Fairfield. It was called Hey to Love It.
Okay.
But I had a couple of trials and tribulations. Had to bump my head. Had to learn.
We all do it.
You jump out there. You just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
But
ain't no rules to this right now. Yeah, you gotta figure it out.
You trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
I was probably like. I was 19, I think, when I started throwing events.
Okay.
So I was a youngin', but I was heavily in, just trying to figure it out.
Yeah.
So like I built it off like I was saying, off the frustration, and then the more I started to develop it, then that's when a lot of the other stuff started coming in. I started learning as I go. So like, for example, like I had a dance event, right?
Right.
I threw in Oakland, and I had to shut it down.
Okay.
Right. Like a fight broke out, you know, the passion.
Yeah, you know it happens.
What I mean? It happens like any other sport.
It's competitive nature, man.
Big names, the energy.
Motherfuckers in there got to prove a point.
And in the venue, you know, it's smaller, so it's a little intimate. So all the energy, everybody can feel it.
It's real intense. Yeah.
So like a young lady, she had came. It was like her first dance battle ever, right? And she had like an anxiety attack, seeing everything. Like we was getting people out, so she had like an anxiety attack,
right?
And I'm like, with that situation, right? At that time, I didn't know nothing about liability insurance. Yeah. I didn't know nothing about, if this break or something happens.
Right. That's on you.
That's on you, right?
Yeah. Your responsibilities and shit.
Like, so I'm like, you know, in the corporate world, corporate America, you get lawsuits for stuff like that.
Oh, easily. They gonna slap you
real quick. So that, like, using that as an example, I started learning different stuff as I went. Yeah. I said, okay, like the homie's like, you need to go get liability insurance. Like one of them was like, yeah, bro,
be in the actual
you gotta
business,
start protecting yourself because you're starting to get to these certain levels. You gotta start doing the stuff on the business side. Yeah. So I started the legalities. Putting the hours in on the business and learning, like, okay, you need liability insurance. You need to make sure people sign, you know what I'm saying, release forms, pre-papers before if somebody break their ankle, break their leg, that you're not liable for that. Exactly. You need to make sure, like, all these different things.
Yeah, no wet floor signs, all that, you know, everything's lined up properly.
Make sure everything lined up properly.
That's real.
That's actually been the most beautiful thing. Like, that's like another love of mine and grew into. It's like it's a art and business.
Oh, for sure.
It's a science to it. So building the platform, my goal is really to make this global. Really have the company, you know, touring around the world, throwing events around the world.
Love that.
Like, we've been able to do it on a smaller level where I didn't tuck dancers on tour where they had their own sets. Right. They own flyer, they own everything. You're there's nothing wrong with background dancing, but I'm just not the biggest fan of the background dancing. You know, like, why we can't be in the front? Why the dancers can't be in the front?
Right. Why don't y'all get
y'all rappers? Me being a rapper, y'all always about the
deserve your own time slot. You feel me? Type shit.
Yeah. Time spot. So we would go in the venues like South Dakota, Nebraska, Idaho, Boise, and stuff like that, and having them have their own set. But I was leveraging the music because the music business is already established and structured. Leveraging like I rap and dance. Right. I'm a rap, but I'm gonna bring the homies dancers, and they gonna get their time. 5 minute set to go do their thing.
That's smart. That's hard.
So I want to be able to do that on the global level, and then eventually be able to end it building a union, man.
That'd be hard.
That's what I want to do for the dancers. I want to be able to build a union. It's not a lot of us, we independent contractors.
Legit.
You know what I mean? There's no medical, there's no dental in that, there's no life insurance in that. So I want to be able to eventually, over time, be able to build a union for us as dancers where you can be taken care of over time.
That's major, bro.
In your years.
I've never really even seen, like I said, taking dancing or an association of that to that level. Like, so that's beautiful. Like, just as a person from the outside looking in, it's just like, okay. And that's definitely tangible. I see it with the work you've been putting in and stuff like that, and just growing it here locally from, like I said, city to city, to Bay Area wide, to Cali wide, to nationally, to internationally, which is something that is very, very needed. And just like I said, I'm very intrigued now. Just hearing you say that. I like that. Okay. And you kind of touched on a couple different versions of it. But so you said since a youngin, I want to get your origin story, but I mean, you kind of gave me some nuggets in that. Like you said, just started off, young man, just falling in love with the art to the point to where you was so deep into it, you wanted to start making change into it. Even like you said, it's 19 and stuff. So right now with the maybe with this brand that you're doing now, where did you feel like it kind of started off, like more recently? Maybe not back then, but with the Worldwide Dance Association, where was that origin story? You was like, nah, okay, I had the bumps on the head. Now I want to approach it this way.
Man, probably within like this last 6-7 years. Yeah. Really, like it's crazy how when you start something then it turn and evolve into something totally different, taking you to a whole different route.
Legit.
Probably like last like 6-7 years where I started taking a turn. I'm like, nah, man, we finna turn up.
I like
we
that.
Gonna turn up.
I like
you know
that.
What I mean? Like
okay.
I want the Bay Area to be one of the top 3 locations like where you have to come out here to get on. When you want to be seen in the dance culture, you have to come here to get on.
That's what we try to accomplish with the podcast. Like I said, I want everybody. Whoever coming through the Bay, you gotta stop at What's the Wave. You feel me? You gotta get that slot. Like it's the Breakfast Club or whatever. You feel me? You gotta go get that slot. So 100%. doing that in dance, that sounds major. That would be so fucking dope out here. Hell yeah, that'd be lit. Let me switch it up. The name. How'd you come up with your name? You said Scorpion the Dance
Emcee.
The MC. Where did that come from?
Originally, it was just Scorpion, right? And then when we was kind of talk about like the streaming platforms. So when streaming started, it was just when you put in, let's say Scorpion, there's 1,000. You got DJ Scorpion, right?
You got Mr. Scorpion, Lil Scorpion.
Shit, Drake got an album called Scorpion. You're not coming up in no motherfucking algorithm, right? Yeah. I was getting lost and stuff. So then me and my in-house producer was like, bro, you dance and stuff. Like, and I was kind of like, man, I rap and dance. I want to kind of like push that,
right.
You know what I mean? Like develop in my lane. And like I'm gonna add the Dance MC part. I'm a 2-element hip hopper. So I'm gonna add it in to help me in the algorithm of being able to stand out.
Yeah.
When you got 1,000 things that's in there as Scorpion, podcasts, movies, all type of stuff. Yes. So it's like I had to add something to it to kind of.
Yeah, I'm always curious how people definitely try to find their own niches and stuff like that, exactly with their name and stuff like that. So I love asking that question. And let me hit you with this because I feel like you've touched on already speed bumps and tribulations that you had to overcome. So give me more recently, maybe in the last couple years or so, give me a feel good moment that maybe the average person might not see, or the person who just follow you on Instagram or anything. What's one of those just feel good moments that you've experienced recently? Just was like, damn, I'm on the right track, or like I'm supposed to be here. Like that just kind of help you feel more grounded and gratified. Well, give me one of those moments that you had.
Man, I got a few of those. A parent telling me that I saved their kid life, man.
That's real.
That's real. I had a parent tell me, and a few parents tell me, like, man, ever since my son been rocking with you, he changed his whole life around.
Okay, that boy some purpose,
his whole life around. And when it's different, like when a kid or a youngin, like that's, you're gonna always, but when somebody parent tell you,
because they know,
they look you in your face and be like, yo, my kid was doing this and that, or was going kind of, it's been hard, especially like the single pregnant people coming, different structure homes and stuff.
For sure, like, especially where we from,
like, yo, that shit is major, bro. And like stuff like that, like I hold dear to me,
man. I'm telling you, at this point, we have influence. I know it's being weird.
It's kind of hard to deal with it sometimes too. Like you be kind of like
that, like that responsibility is heavy.
That responsibility
is heavy, bro. It's heavy.
And when you start getting people that look at you in ways that you might not even, because you don't never know what you doing for a person. You generally just being yourself out of the kindness of your heart, or you on your purpose and what you trying to do.
Right.
But you don't know how that's really affecting people sometimes in heavy ways.
Yeah.
When I get stories like that, bro, I be like, damn, bro, like this shit is kind of crazy. I be having to go smoke one sometime, kind of process that shit. Like, I be like, damn, like what just happened right here?
Man, and as I was talking about earlier, and me and Dre was talking about yesterday, just being, like you said, being yourself and kind of following your purpose and the impact that it has on others, and how it kind of comes full circle and comes back to you. You start to see it now doing what we've been doing for a couple years now. It's just like, oh, like we're we're making waves in a sense, like you said. Right. Like when you throw something in the water, it's gonna spread, it's gonna make waves, it's gonna have a ripple effect. And just seeing that and having those moments, I mean, that's what I do it for too. Like I could care less about the money and stuff like that, and I found myself getting into a path of that where I was very monetary focused. I was like, man, I gotta start making money off this and getting paid and whoop, and I was just like,
I feel you.
And that kind of turned the hobby, like that turned my passion off. You feel me? So I was just like, I gotta get back. It get dark. So I was just like, I'm glad I had people around me. You know, shout out to my team, shout out to my support systems out there. But it's just like, bro, just get back to the love of it. And that's what I kind of did. And now everything is just kind of like that. Okay. Yeah. Like it was like, okay, I'm not even tripping off of shit like how I was, and it's just getting back to like I said, for the love of the game. For the love of the game at the end of the day. So I'm glad to hear that those moments are hitting you and having that effect, bro. For sure.
I talk with my wife sometimes. I'll be like, man, you know, I'll be like, this shit is crazy.
Hey, like what? What the fuck just happened?
Just happened. Like this shit is crazy.
This shit is crazy. Who would have thought, bro? Who would have thought?
It's a blessing, man.
Yes,
and I don't take none of that for granted.
I'm glad. And to wrap up just the first segment of What's the Way with You, what's next? What can I expect? What can Dre expect? What can the people watching expect from Scorpion, the dance team, the MC, from your whole brand, your business? What's next? I mean, it's 2024. Do you have anything special rolled out, laid out, or are you just like, I'm about to just, you know, keep my foot on niggas' necks right now? Like, what else can the people expect from you?
I know for the brand, for Worldwide Dance Association, the main thing I'm focusing on right now with the brand is we doing the 10-year anniversary coming up around the summertime.
Yeah.
Celebrating 10 years. You know, especially what's going on, us being in California, like the pandemic, inflation, all type of crazy stuff.
Sick out here.
To still have a fan base or people that want to come out to your events and support and be around that, we gonna celebrate that. So like I can't have it's a gang of dancers, but like it's been 10 years, so all the dancers that come from the different eras of the platform, legit. The first few people that came in the first few years, all the way down to the youngins, having them people showcase, judge. Some people gonna be battling, so it's gonna be all the different eras of everybody that was on the platform. So I'm excited about that. We're doing a documentary on the platform as well to celebrate the 10-year anniversary.
That's hard.
You know what I mean? So I'm excited about that, and I'm working on some new music. Probably put out another album this year.
Yes,
probably like another album, 1 or 2, probably like 2 projects.
Man, I like that. We're looking forward to it. Okay, I like that. Well, that's gonna wrap it up for the What's the Wave with You segment right now. Now I gotta hit you with this rapid wave segment, which is, like I said, some rapid fire questions. I just want you to be genuine. If it come off the top of your head, if you got to simmer on it, please do, because I might try to stump you on some things. But you feel me? But it's gonna be really, you like red or blue, you like up or down, you like being hot or cold. So I'm gonna throw these at you and just answer as genuinely as you can. Coming up in the video game era, like I said, I got the Nintendo Switch up there. Would you rather play Mario Kart or Super Smash Bros?
Mario Kart.
Yeah, Mario Kart guy. Okay,
Mario Kart.
I like that. Growing up, was you was a chicken nugget kid or you was a cheeseburger kid?
Chicken nuggets.
I'm a cheeseburger kid. Playing with me. I was a cheeseburger kid for sure. I got you though. That's what I love asking.
Hell yeah.
Okay. I'm a skateboarder at heart. I'm never gonna leave that. So growing up, was you more of a skateboarder? Was you riding bikes, or you was a scooter kid?
Man, bikes.
You was on the bikes?
I was on them bikes.
Yeah, I mean, I feel like we all was just to get around.
I tried it. I was trying to be like Tony Hawk and everybody, but shit, when I fell that first time, I was like, okay, I don't know if this ain't got no protection with a bike. I got a little more wiggle.
Yeah, I got a little more control. Yeah, it's not for everybody, bro. I love it. Okay. I'm a superhero nerd as well. Who do you like more, the Avengers or the Justice League?
I gotta go with. I'm going with the Avengers. I'm gonna go with the Avengers. Okay. I say the Justice League, I think, got better people in ways, but the Avengers, the quality of like how they put out their stuff.
Oh yeah, right now, Marvel, they doing that shit with the cinematic.
They doing some crazy shit right now.
For sure. I feel you on that one. I like that. Okay, let me hit you with: would you rather be the smartest man in the world or the richest man in the world?
The smartest. If I'm the smartest man, I mean, I can't be the richest man. Being smart is how you get to the money, how you get wealthy.
I like that. I like that approach. I love hitting people with that question. We come up from snacks, eating snacks all the time. What's the best flavor of Doritos?
Ranch.
You Cool Ranch guy?
Cool Ranch.
Cool Ranch
a little
guy.
hot sauce. I put a little hot sauce on my
Ooh.
I
like that.
Usually originally was the Lay's coming up.
Yes, of course.
You put the hot sauce
Lay's
with
and
the
hot
Lay's,
sauce.
you feel
Yeah.
me?
Yes, sir.
The ranch with the
That's classic hood snack. Classic hood
my
snack.
God.
For sure.
You already know.
Classic hood snack. Yeah, crack them up. Yeah, my auntie put me on that as a kid, so for sure. Dream car. Do you have any dream car? If you just had unlimited budget, it could be a real car, fictional car, it could be a hovercraft. But do you have a dream car?
I always wanted a Range Rover, all black.
Just all black Rover?
All black, yeah. Like a
just keeping the classy.
like the a chill car.
Yeah.
Regular car to move around, and the
Right.
car you take on a weekend.
Yeah, I got
Mine
you.
to be the Range Rover.
Got you. Okay, I like that one too. I'm a sports head. As you see, I got ESPN on in the background. If you could have went professional in any sport, what would it have been?
Boxing.
Ooh, I feel like I don't get a lot of boxers on here. I like that. I like that. I've heard somebody say MMA and stuff like that.
Yeah, MMA a different breed.
I would love to be a boxer. I always say like, but I don't want to get hit in the face either. Like I'm cool. Like hitting, that's
I'm
one
too
thing.
smooth to be
One thing is hitting, but it's like
it's
like I said, everybody can talk shit until they get punched in the mouth. You feel me? So
yeah, that's a fact.
being a boxer, yeah, for sure. Being a boxer, okay.
Boxing for sure.
Back to the world of being my superhero love. Any superpower, what would you have?
Being able to be invisible.
Invisibility.
Yeah,
I don't get a lot of invisibility. Okay, I like that. I like
can
that.
do a lot with some of
Oh yeah, for sure. You can do a whole lot. Yeah. He said, yeah. I'm gonna be sneaky with it. He said, I'm gonna be sneaky with it. Okay.
I'll be wiggling.
I have to structure this question like this, and I hate to say it, but you just got sentenced to death. So what is your electric chair meal? What's the last thing you gonna eat before you leave Earth? It could be anything, as much as you want, and any drinks, any food from anybody. What would it be though?
Shit, I'm gonna need a fat burrito.
Ooh.
A veggie burrito.
Okay.
With extra brown rice, sour cream, lettuce, cheese.
Okay.
I'm gonna need a big thing, a plate of nachos with the salsa dip. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And I'll probably have me like a good orange juice, a nice fat orange juice.
Keep it nice and easy.
I gotta go out with a little something in me. You know what I mean?
For sure.
Vitamin D
I like
or something. You know what I'm saying?
He said it's all good. I'm gonna go out nice and healthy, like
With
nice
a box
and
of mash on there before they take me out. Man.
Come on, man. I love it. Okay, few more for you. Do you have any weird fears or weird phobias? And it don't gotta be nothing dramatic like heights or big bodies of water, but like just maybe little quirks that you'd be like, I just can't stand that shit.
Nah, I mean, shit, I jumped out of a plane, so I don't really got no fear.
I like that.
After I did that, I was like...
some people just, I can't hear people smacking their food, little shit like that.
Well, you know what? I don't like when people... Like, you ever seen a person, like, you be at the homie's house or something, like a youngin', and people when they brush their teeth and they put a big ass load of toothpaste on the toothbrush, that shit just drops in the sink, and it just I hate that shit. Yeah. I do not like that.
Why are you doing this?
That shit is irritating. I'm like, bro, you don't need that much toothpaste on the fucking brush, bro.
Chill, bro. Just
Just drops down, and it just I hate that.
I feel that.
That's probably my little pet
I got
peeve.
you. I got you.
Save the toothpaste.
Okay. I'm a big fan of heist movies. So I love when they put together the team and stuff like that. So what do you feel your role would be in a heist? You the getaway driver, you the mastermind, you the lookout, you the muscle, you the tech dude, you the hacker, you the artillery guy. What do you feel like your role would be in a heist?
Oh, I'll be the mastermind on some evil genius shit.
I get
in the back.
Being brand owners, where I have a lot on, I feel like that's my most common answer.
It was me the whole time.
Like I'm gonna set the play. I'm gonna pull up the schematics. It's like, dude, this is what we gonna do.
And this is what we gonna do.
You're gonna be George Clooney in Ocean 11 type shit.
Ocean 11 type shit.
I got you. Okay, a couple more. Give me one of your, and this might be a long list, but just stick to maybe one, two, or three biggest dance inspirations.
Well, I'm gonna have to say my mentor off back, man. Shout out to Zeus.
Come on.
Michael Jackson.
Yeah. Come on.
Salah. Pop, old school poppin' Salah.
Okay.
I took a lot of inspiration from Salah when I was coming up. I
got you. I like that. Being a Bay boy, I like this one. I'm so glad I've added this one to my repertoire. If you could live in any Bay Area city for the rest of your life, what would it be?
Any Bay Area city for the rest of my life? I
mean, it's a ton of little pockets out there. You got your Marines of the world, your little, Sausalitos out the way, little shit.
Bay.
Yeah,
chilling.
Yeah, Jay, you gonna allow that to do? That's Bay. That's Bay Area, Half Moon Bay.
I mean, it's called Half Moon Bay.
okay.
It's just more.
I need the referee to make sure. You feel me? Yeah, he said it Half Moon.
About the water. I mean, if I'm.
It's a little far out.
That's what I was like. That's a little out the way, but you know.
But like, if we talking like city, I say like Berkeley is chill. I like Berkeley a lot. This
nice scene, nice food scene. I'm about to say the food scene out there.
The food scene is really good.
Energy's
the
good.
Water, the college, like a lot of. It's like a dope little scene right there.
A nice little bubble.
Berkeley, if anything.
Nice little bubble.
Half Moon Bay, like if we saying, it's like I'm thinking like. If I'm chilling, I'm out the way. I'm in the cuz by the water.
Yeah, but I say he said I'm trying to get out there.
I'm trying to kind of.
I see what you did. I see what you did. Okay. He's like, I'm in the peninsula. I'm out here in the peninsula, nigga. Okay, last two, and I just need you to finish these phrases. There are two types of people in the world: blank and blank. So fill in the blanks.
Good and evil.
There are two types of people in this world: good and evil.
Good and evil.
It's real simple. It's real simple. Okay, and this is one of my favorite ones. You can tell a lot about a person by the way that they
carry themselves. Character.
I like that. I feel like that's a common one. Energy, character, comes up when I throw that phrase out. You can tell a lot about a person by the way, they carry themselves. One of my favorite ones, Dave, he said, by the way they make their bed. I was like, that's what my favorite was. I was like, hey,
never thought about that.
Mine's by the way people run. I would say that. I can tell a lot about you by the way you run. Like you say, no, fucking be uncoordinated as shit. What? You be out, why do you run like that? Why you do that? You're like a Titan on Attack on Titan. Like, you goofy. But yes, that's all I got for the Rapid Wave segment. That's gonna wrap up this wonderful podcast. Once again, thank you, my friend, for pulling up, showing some time.
We got one more. We gotta go over anime one time.
Oh, you want to touch on some anime? Okay,
you said you was in the anime. Okay, but I gotta ask you a question.
Okay, come on with it.
I know you probably seen Yu Yu Hakusho.
Yeah,
right.
Yeah. Not heavy, but I loosely tapped into it. Loosely.
Did you see the little movie that they did on it on Netflix? Like
I've seen snippets.
Okay.
I've seen snippets.
I didn't really like the.
You wasn't feeling it.
Really feeling it. They didn't messed up Bleach like that with the Bleach movie.
There's been a lot of adaptations of live action.
Are you into how they take the animes and then they try to make them? I feel like they be messing up the comic book and the actual storylines of how shit be going.
So I'm definitely, especially because I'm a comic book fan, so I've seen a lot of iterations of comics being turned into a live action media. I understand it because in certain aspects they are trying to appeal to all viewers rather than just the hardcore fans. We always gonna nitpick because we know the real. Like that's what it is. If you know the manga be different from the anime. If you know the anime might be different from the live action. So we gonna nitpick, and that's how I am because I'm big on comic book shit too. Like my favorite superhero is the Flash. The Flash movie was not it. You feel me? But I loved it for what it was. You feel me? But it's just like like it's one of them. You feel me? So it's a lot of things. I remember when Avatar: The Last Airbender came out, that trash ass movie as a kid. That shit, the Dragon Ball Z movies live action were trash as fuck. So they're starting to do certain things. It's getting better, with technology and the way people are actually referencing them. So I say I'm not a big hater of it, but because I understand the business of it. They're trying to make money. They're not just trying to appeal to the anime of it. They're trying to appeal to a whole wide audience. Just in case you never watched it.
Makes sense.
Okay.
So what is your favorite anime?
Right now,
one of mine is Gundam Wing. I was a big Gundam Wing fan.
I'm a new age. I didn't start watching anime till I got really older. You feel me? I got introduced to it after high school. My boys put me on Naruto and stuff like that afterwards. Naruto definitely a classic, but right now I'm Demon Slayer and and JJK. Fucking Jujutsu Kaisen is going.
That shit is crazy. I just started kind of getting into that. Shit is crazy.
That shit is mania. The power system is a little crazy. It's a little bit hard to understand, but once you do, gas. But Demon Slayer and Attack on Titan, even though it's wrapped up, that's like my top three.
Yeah, Attack on Titan.
That's my shit.
Really the shit.
That's my shit. Go ahead.
Seen Berserk.
But I've heard that shit goes crazy.
I haven't seen it. That's one.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go
all
check
time.
That.
Yeah.
That's the one all time.
Yeah. That and Full Metal Alchemist. You hear. It's a lot under there that I have to tap into that I haven't.
Blue Exorcist. Have you seen that one?
I know what you're talking about. People been telling me about Blue.
Yeah, Blue Exorcist is crazy.
People be telling me.
You might like that. I might like that one.
It's good.
I'm gonna check that one out.
Berserk. I've heard great things about it.
Yeah. I think they made that in the 80s or 90s.
Uh-huh.
And that don't watch the Netflix one.
Yeah.
You gotta go find the original.
I gotta go find the original.
That shit is so crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
that shit sound gas.
Especially at the end, it just gets all kind of.
Okay.
I love it.
I gotta check that one. I know he said, okay.
It's good. It's good.
I gotta put
Guts,
me on one.
The main character, Guts.
Yeah.
Guts is one of my favorite characters.
That's that nigga.
Like, I noticed, like in video games, when you build out characters, I always build my character towards
his
type.
I got you. You know exactly. I love anime. You know, I like tearing shit up. You know me, I like the white hair lightning users. You know, it's always a nigga with white hair who like use lightning and shit. Like I said, it's a nigga with white. I promise you, that's probably my favorite character. I got you. Okay, but nah, we gonna leave that there. Thank you once again, my friend, for pulling up, showing love. This has been a great episode. It's all good. We'll just use the main one. Fuck it. Thank y'all once again. This has been What's the Way. Like, share, subscribe. Tell your auntie she definitely want to go see this episode. Hello. Make sure she follow my boy. Let the people know where to follow you and find all your dope content as well.
Man, Instagram, Scorpion The Dance Emcee. Facebook, Scorpion The Dance Emcee. Snapchat, anything is Scorpion The Dance Emcee. Follow the YouTube, Instagram, all the social media platforms, man. Make sure y'all support my bro, man. What's the Way podcast, man.
Appreciate
all this podcast in the bear, I'm trying to tell you, man, I appreciate the opportunity.
Of course,
I appreciate y'all for giving me an opportunity and platform to come just chill.
Absolutely, man. I'm glad, man.
Like just talking with the homies.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
I'm
glad.
what I
love about it.
That's what we definitely wanted to provide, man. So thank you for your time. Once again, it's been another great episode of What's the Way, man. We're going to keep it rolling, and we'll see y'all next week. You bitch you. Woo!
Dope, man.
Yes, sir.
Dope.